Winter Olympics, 1994. Daniel Jansen, all the hope, all the glory, all the failed attempts, and all the heartache he went through to get there, that was, as far as I'm concerned, a defining Olympic moment of all time. My name is Tony Hawk, and this is my Olympic moment. Growing up, the Olympics was the one sports event to watch above all else because it combined so many different activities. It was the one time you could represent your country. For the sports that were included in the Olympics, it was, in a lot of ways, the biggest deal. Daniel Erwin Jansen was born June 17, 1965. He was the youngest of 9 kids. He was inspired by his sister Jane to take up speed skating. He was only 16 at his first Olympic Games, and that was in 1984 at Sarajevo. He ended up 4th in the 500 meter, just out of medal contention. He would have to wait another 4 years for another chance to compete in the Olympics. 1988 Winter Olympics in Calgary. He was the favorite to win the 500 and 1,000 meter. His sister had been suffering from leukemia for a long time, and in the morning of the 500 meter race, he found out that she passed away. His family encouraged him to continue competing, and he ended up falling on the very first turn. So 4 days later, he competes in the 1,000 meter, and he's going to beat the world record and falls just at 800 meters. It's another 4 years for him to get back in the Olympics and compete in the 92 Games. The 1992 Games in Albertville, France. He finished in 4th place in the 500 meters and then 26th place in the 1,000 meters, so he left the Games without a medal again. In 1994, in Lillehammer, Norway, he was there for his final attempt at an Olympic medal. It has to be his last shot because of his age. I mean, it would be unparalleled for him to be in 4 Olympic Games doing what he does. In the first event, the 500 meters, he ends up in a disappointed 8th place. So he has 1 race left, 1 chance, the very last event that he could possibly medal in. It's the 1,000 meter. It was all the hope, all the glory, all the heartache, and victory, finally. He finally wins his first event ever and gets a gold medal. And he sets a new world record. I think that was one of the best finishes to any career ever. He took a victory lap with his daughter, who he named after his late sister, Jane. Probably in that moment, he was thankful for the failed attempts, I would think, because it meant that much more to him. Not just that he went through all that, but also that he got to share it with his daughter. I mean, I know the feeling. I've had some of my biggest skate moments with my kids watching, and I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Well, I was always inspired by his perseverance. When I was competing, there was a time when I was leading the points going into the final event. I mean, this is like through the year series, and I could never pull it together in the finals. It wasn't that I come up short like, oh, I almost won. It was like, no, I fell repeatedly and went way down in the ranks. So I know that heartache. And I'm watching him persevere through all these years, you know, over the course of 8 years, and finally pull it all together. And after I've been doing this for 10 years, I won the finals. It meant that much more. I mean, because I had failed so many times prior to that. Growing up, skating was not in the Olympics. Now it's in the Olympics, and now I'm excited because I feel like it's going to add a youthful vibe to their summer games. I think the world would be pleasantly surprised in terms of the amount of attention it gets, the positive feedback it gets, and how many kids it inspires to start skating. This Olympic moment inspired me.